It is an exciting time in OTT, particularly for a company like ours. A&E has a tremendous library of content that we have curated and developed and owned over the last 30 years. So it gives us quite a bit of breadth and depth to use in terms of content and IP to populate many of these different services that are now in the marketplace. Our point of view is that we want to be in as many places as we can in terms of where consumers are going. I don't think that's anything unique or new to anybody, but we know that the audience is fragmented in terms of its viewing choices and the types of content that they're looking for, and we want to be in as many places as we can with those customers.
Tell us about the Samsung activation, how that's going, and what your expectations are, and how your OTT partnerships may expand from there. But let's start with Samsung.
Sure, you made me smile. Our Samsung activation, we launched a new channel on Samsung, a channel called Lively Place. And it's the first of what we hope will be more fast channels, free ad-supported streaming television channels that we will curate using our library. So Lively Place is a channel that has some of our most recognized and award-winning content that's in our library in the lifestyle space. So we have taken an opportunity to build out a new lifestyle brand, Lively Place, and chose to launch with Samsung on Samsung's TV Place as our first partner. So very excited about that. It's not often where you get to launch a new channel and a new brand in this environment, but I think that's one of the things that OTT and this emergence of new viewing options has afforded a company like ours. But it's been really exciting. That's one of the things that I'm most proud of in 2019.
So how does the sales work with OTT partners? Do they sell? Do you sell? Do you sell together? What are some of the scenarios?
It's a combination. Depends on each partner. Every partner is different. In the case of Samsung, right now Samsung is selling the inventory on Lively Place. We as A&E have a very experienced and deep selling force, and at some point have the opportunity, so if we so choose, to plug in and sell inventory. So in these environments, you'll see combinations of both parties, both the platform and the content provider selling. In some cases, you will see one party selling and sharing back revenue to the other party. In some cases, you will see inventory shares, where both has their own dedicated inventory and keeps 100% of the revenue that they generate from that inventory.
So big year ahead with the, they call it the streaming wars, a lot of big entrants coming in now, next year,
Yep.
In 2021. How do you see that working out, and what are sort of the opportunities for a gigantic programmer like A&E to succeed?
It's interesting. It certainly gives the consumers a lot more choice. It gives everybody more opportunities to take great programming, great creative to the market. So I think it's great for talent, it's great for showrunners, it's great for content companies like us, it's great for consumers. Who will end up winning in the end? I wish I had a crystal ball and I could tell you, but I think there are some really strong entrants into the marketplace between Disney Plus and Apple, soon to be Peacock and HBO Max, and then you've got your incumbents that are already there. For a company like ours, where we have a deep, deep library like we do, it's a wonderful opportunity from a seller's point of view, which is what I am, and a wholesaler. So these platforms all have different characteristics and different genres and different categories that they're going after. And given the breadth of our portfolio, where we service women with Lifetime, we service adults on the A&E brand, and we service men from the history point of view, we believe we've got content that would fit each and every one of these platforms. And we go deep in several different genres, and we have categories that we specialize in. So there's something for everyone from our point of view when we go out to talk to these platforms. And we are one of the very few premium unscripted houses as well. So that's an area of deep need for many of these, and we're a source for that. So we like where we sit in this ecosystem.
And what about some of the newer players that are aggregating content licensing, like Tubi and Zumo and some of those newer players? What are the opportunities for them, do you think?
You know, they're carving out an opportunity in that free space as opposed to the streaming companies we just talked about. So Tubi and Zumo and Pluto and companies of that nature, which are now providing content out to consumers who are looking for that experience, which is not a subscription, but they're willing to pay with their time and watch advertising. And that's a space that we've seen grow dramatically over the last couple of years, and we're participating in that space. So you'll find A&E content on many of those platforms, and we're finding great opportunity and revenue that's being generated in our content that perhaps 4 or 5 or 6 years ago, the opportunity to monetize wasn't as great.
And all this is developing. It doesn't really affect carriage or your relationship with the cable companies.
Well, they're all related. I wouldn't say that it affects it or impacts it, but I think they're all related. And we see these additional platforms as complementary to what we do in our core business. So when you look at the traditional MVPDs and the services that they get from us, and they get our most current content, they get the premium content. And you'll also see the MVPDs are embracing many of these other platforms on their own platforms. You'll see these AVOD and these SVODs on their platforms. So it's a way to sort of complete and round out the viewer's expectation of what they're going to get when they go for their entertainment experience. And the MVPDs are very much a part of that.